So guys, I've decided to stay true to my anarchist values and liberate you from having to pay for strength training by releasing my in-season powerlifting training, which is my off-season for everything else, whether it be kickboxing or grappling. I haven't kickboxed yet, but that's my goal. So the first program is Smolov. The second program is Layne Norton PH3. I do a 2-week break in between both programs. I found moderate kettlebell training in the 2 weeks in between helps with recovery. You'll probably find that in a video that I made earlier. I plan to try French contrast training though. These programs built my strength before COVID, and they allowed me to regain my strength after COVID. So I know some people say the law of accommodation. I've done these programs consistently, back to back, repeated with maybe 3-month breaks in between, and consistently made gains. So they work. There's also a second Smolov program. It's called Smolov Bench. I wouldn't recommend doing it at the same time as small squat because you don't get consistent results. Your bench will go up like 10 pounds versus the 50 you would go if you just did the program by itself. But anyway, the formula for me in doing these programs is I would do one program, 2-week break, the next program, 2-week break, and then the next program, and then a 3-month break doing Bill Starch 505 or something. Preferably the first Bill Starch 505 that I mentioned before, because you can adjust the program to fit your recovery needs, I guess, basically, which is also why it's a really good in-season program, I think, which I'm going to try next year when I try to kickbox. So yeah, my favorite way to do this would be Smolov first, short break, 2-week break, Layne Norton PH3, 2-week break, then Smolov again. I found that's probably my favorite way of doing things. Fatigue builds up a lot in those programs though, so I don't actually recommend doing this. I just do it because it works for me. It may not work for you. Maybe even doing Layne Norton PH3, Smolov, then Layne Norton PH3, if I didn't say that already. But the reason I like doing Smolov first is because it's so hard that it makes everything else seem ridiculously easy. Every rep in Smolov is a 1-rep max. It feels like it anyway. So doing any program after that just feels ridiculously easy if you recover enough to be able to do that. So yeah. Maybe next time I'll try Layne Norton PH3 instead of taking the 2-week break. We'll take a 2-week break and then do Smolov Bench, which is only a 1-month program. It's not, the other two are 12-week programs. Bench is only a 1-month program. I haven't found a great way to incorporate that yet, but I've done it once and it increased my bench 50 pounds. So the program works. It's just hard to incorporate it in everything else because it's only a month long. But yeah, these are really good programs, top-notch programs. I just wouldn't recommend doing them if you have to do any other type of sport. So I'm doing them right now I took a break to move into a new apartment, so I'm doing them right now so I can rebuild the strength that I lost in the long 3-month break that I took. And then I'm going to try to surpass that strength. And then after that, I plan to kickbox next year because that was my goal since I was a little kid. Since I was in middle school, I wanted to be a professional kickboxer, so I might make a legitimate attempt to make that a reality, I guess. So yeah, those are the 3 programs. If you want to do them, you can. It's not fun, but good luck if you decide to.